We are here Saturday at Southern New Hampshire University. We are here because the Steward of Prosperity is doing the Century 21 New Communications Festival, as I'm calling it, where a lot of people on the right are getting together. They've listened to Newt Gingrich, and then we've listened to Andrew Breitbart at Big Government, Big Journalism, all of that. And now I am seated waiting for the next seminar with Kevin Smith of Cornerstone and Cornerstone Action Policy. Kevin, why are you here?
I think this is a great event that Steward's put on, particularly because, as we know, communications in the 21st century has changed big time. In fact, the medium through which you're recording me right now, you're holding a video camera in the palm of your hand. It's just amazing, and then you're going to be able to put that over the internet. And I think it's important for political activists and those in the grassroots to really understand how the new social media has changed the whole political landscape and how they can use it to their advantage through social networking and just using new technology.
Okay, how are you using it in your political action committee and in the Policy Research Center?
Yeah.
How are you using the new media?
Well, I mean, one of the things that I did when I first came on in February of last year was created a Facebook page and a Twitter page later on in the year, something really simple to keep more people connected to what's going on real time. So for instance, one of the things we do is track legislation that's being voted on in the State House. And what we'll do is on a day it's being voted on, as soon as that vote happens, we'll post that on our Facebook page or we'll tweet it so that those people who are there can get those updates in real time. They don't have to wait for it to go on a blog, which at one time was cutting edge, and they don't have to wait for an e-alert, which comes out usually at the beginning of the week and the end of the week. So it gets people more information, more up to date, gets it to them in real time, and does it in snippy little sound bites as well, so that you don't have to go through a long post to read exactly what happened.
Okay, in what you're doing, and you're fairly well known around the state for the conservative political activism that your groups are doing, which of the new media tends to be your favorite, and which one tends to be your most effective?
My favorite tends to be Facebook over Twitter per se, because you still get to put a little bit more information. You can put links on a Facebook post, but you don't have to write a whole dissertation like you would have to in an email alert or even in a blog. That being said, I would say that our e-alerts are probably the most effective because they do provide the reader with a lot more information, and it also takes them to links where they can write their state representatives, state senators, or even the governor, and send them an instant email on a particular piece of legislation. So that's probably our most effective, which is why we are constantly driving people to our website and telling them to sign up for our e-alerts. My favorite, though, is probably the Facebook postings.
Okay. Now, what if you didn't have the social media? How would that impact you?
Well, I mean, it's huge because it's a way for us to connect with our members instantaneously. I think about even 15 years ago how groups like us just were not able to do that efficiently and effectively, and would have to have meetings, and those meetings would be either they would have to be sent over email, and that was about it. All you had was the email, and there wasn't a lot of interaction that you could have back and forth. This has been very effective on the left as well. I think of a site such as Blue Hampshire, whether people like what's on there or not. That's a very effective site for those people on the left, the activists on the left, who want to exchange ideas and really get active.
Any takeaways from today?
Well, my initial takeaway from it is looking at the size of the crowd that was there. I mean, there's definitely over 500 people in that room, and these are people who want to get more active in New Hampshire politics. I think it's great that you have so many people that want to learn more about social networking and how to use it effectively. And really, I think the takeaway from Andrew Breitbart's commentary that he had while he was speaking is that it's really about spreading the truth. And countering when there are lies put out there, countering it in a way that you can send it out to a mass amount of people so that they don't have to just rely on the mainstream news per se. And that's really how this whole thing is changing, is that you don't have to just rely on one or two sources. There's a whole lot of sources out there. You can filter through them and see and come up, make your conclusions about what the truth is on any story.
No, very good. Kevin Smith, Cornerstone Policy Research, I thank you for your time.
My pleasure, Skip. Thank you.
Take care.